what attribute do you guys feel is currently being taught in this current generation, and what is promoted?
Niceness.
Niceness, right? And what is that getting them?
Nothing. Nobody's getting anything out of it.
All
Wait,
right.
where do we see niceness being taught? Give
Everybody,
me an
we're getting a
example.
bunch of, like socially, we teach everybody to be nice. Oh, give them participation trophies. Oh, don't say that about her. Don't call a fat person fat. Don't call a stupid person stupid. You can't say the word retard. You know what I mean? Like we live in a world where you're supposed to be nice. You're not. You
Well,
can't
then,
be.
but again, does that go to being nice or is that going to being weak and disingenuous? If I'm telling somebody's fat and I'm telling them not to be fat, that's not be. See, we gotta. Well, go ahead, gentlemen. I don't think
Well,
that's being nice.
I agree with you. I think that I agree. I don't think it's being kind. I think, but based off of society standards, the nice quote unquote thing to do is to do the socially acceptable thing, which is to, say whatever people want to hear. But the kind thing to do is to be honest.
We are nice and kind are one and the same.
I don't think so.
Yeah, but I
I
don't
think
think
that's
our kids are.
You
I
gotta
don't think our
Listen,
kids are
a
learning
little
to be
deeper,
nice
right?
or kind.
hold on, wait, listen. To be nice, enjoyable, pleasant, pleasurable, agreeable, delightful, satisfying, gratifying, acceptable, likable, friendly, kindly, genial,
We got it.
good nature,
We got
engaging. Like all of that is falls under the same umbrella. We're
Well,
trying to
that's why I
separate.
specified that colloquially, like definition wise, you're correct, Sweeney. But colloquially, we don't use nice in that way.
Oh, I see
Whose
what you're
fault is
saying,
that?
Craig.
Whose fault is that? Us or
who,
the
who
word?
wait, who is we?
Um, I'm just saying people in general. Like usually when you talk about nice guy, when you hear the term nice guy, it's not usually talking about a kind man. It's usually talking about a specific kind of guy. You see him as like that's kind of spineless, like likes the girl but is afraid to say it, just does
Nah.
nice things to try to get favor. A people pleaser. That's usually what comes
No,
into
that's
mind when you
that's
think
how
nice guy.
that's how people outside of the nice. How does the nice
So
guy actually move, and how does he define himself? And then what we do is we like to shame that nice guy and call him everything other than the child of God. And the women like to disqualify the nice guy, so they name it something else or call it something else. What is that nice guy actually doing versus what we're trying to call him?
I don't think genuinely nice guys even call themselves nice guys though, because I
Yes, they
think that
do.
if you because I personally, this is my opinion, but I personally think if you're genuinely a good guy, then you're constantly auditing whether or not you're a good guy or not. So to even make this statement that I'm this nice guy, like that would be like making an assumption like you'd be making a statement and say, "Oh, I'm nice." Well, who am I to decide if I'm nice?
How
It's
many
the
people do
people
you see
around
walk
that
around
have an
calling
interaction with
themselves?
me.
How many people do you walk around see calling themselves a nice guy?
It's a lot to say that they good guys. I'm a good man. Like a lot of people, especially
Well,
in this
that's what
space
I'm saying.
specifically. I'm a good
if
man.
you
They
have to
they, they count
But
that shit off the
but
roof.
is it wrong to identify yourself as a good man if you are a good man?
Who
no,
says that you're actually the
No,
good man
but
How
anyway?
many?
we're talking
Uh,
about identifying as a nice guy, though. I just said I don't
here's the
think
thing.
guys that are
hold on,
actually
think of it
nice
this way.
identify as nice guys.
Think of it this way. If you are a good man and people around you think you're a good man and you say you are a good man, what's the problem with that?
You usually
Nothing.
don't have to
I
say it.
think there's
Usually
a
people
difference between a
project it.
good man and a nice guy, though, and like Marcus just said, you usually don't got to say it. It speaks for itself.
See, here's what you're missing. Where clout is coming from, he's changing it to a slang rather than addressing it as the word. And I'm correct me if I'm wrong, in your side of town, it's perceived as something rather than what it generally is given. So you're making it
Correct.
a bonnet to you and how you deal with yours and how some interpret it. But the man was spot on saying those are the same words. That does not equate you to being unwise. See,
Well,
nice
I
and
agreed with
kind does
that.
Well,
not
but I think
define.
I agreed with
That's how
that.
you should move through life. You
but I
should be
think
nice
Luis'
and
original
kind
question
because it,
was regarding you were saying like what's being taught in society right now,
What
right?
is currently being taught and pushed and assimilated into this generation right now? You know what I'm saying?
Lewis.
Yeah,
Like,
you said generation. That's what made me think about the kids. But go ahead,
Okay,
my bad,
watch
bro.
this. I could go for small samples on my end, my clan, my family, my nieces, my nephews, and such. They're taught to be nice because I'm showing them what the world has for them out there if they step in the room and they're that negative connotation.
Now,
I'm
let me
teaching them to
say,
be wise with their niceness and who to give it to, because you can't be nice to everybody. You can't be kind to anybody. I mean, everybody. That has to be exclusive in certain rooms. That's knowing who's around you. Knowing your company. I'm not gonna ever discourage me or mine, and I can only speak for my side of town, not to be nice or kind, because that opens doors for you. Being nice and kind, being unwise is the underlying sentiment that's not being pushed up.
Hold on, look, I just want to add something, because if we look at the definitions, right, I'm not wrong in what I said, right? The definition of nice, if you notice, it's pleasing and agreeable. So that's the first definition. So that's why people usually associate that with a people pleaser, because a person who is nice is someone who's pleasing and who's agreeable. Now, Gorilla put one for kind, and kind says having or showing a friendly, generous, and considerate nature. So kind specifically adds generous and considerate and friendly. So someone can be nice, agreeable, and pleasing, and not necessarily considerate. They can be agreeable and pleasing and not necessarily generous. But that's not the same thing as being kind.
Why are we making this harder than it has
That's
to be?
subjective.
I think it matters.
You're
I think it
chopping it up
matters.
to fit your argument. I get what you're doing, but right
y'all,
now you're doing semantics.
Yeah, man.
I don't think it's semantics. I think it matters.
Y'all
we do gotta get the Hink, gotta get the Hink and Shannon, and then we can go ahead and
then we can argue. God damn. So as far as nice, man, look, what is that saying about us as a people if we shit on nice people just because they nice? What the fuck is that saying about us? That's a goddamn problem. We need some prayer.
No one's
If we
saying
shit
that.
on
That's
people because they nice, we looking down upon because they being nice. Okay, so they nice, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Look, I'm nice when I need to be, but I'm also an asshole when I need to be. I'm also sarcastic when I need to be. I'm also a motherfucker when I need to be.
But then you're not agreeable. That doesn't fall under agreeable. If you're an asshole when you need to be, you're not an agreeable person.
I said when I need to be. So right now I'm about to be an asshole because you cut me off.
Because you're not agreeable.
There's nothing wrong with that though.
You're not a people pleaser.
Look, I can't be when I need. Look here, when I go to the bank, I'm a people pleaser because these motherfuckers got my money. I want to know everything. If things right, I'm gonna be nice, respectful, and cordial when I need to be. When I go to my son's school, I talk to the teachers. I'm nice and respectful, cordial because I want to have a good rapport with these people. I do that when I deal with my tenants. I'm nice and respectful when I need to be. Now, if you're not paying my rent on time, I'm not nice anymore. Now I'm an asshole. But there's nothing wrong with somebody being nice. So what is it saying about us when we disrespect people just for nice? Again, I'm going to say it again. We ain't shit for that. It's my opinion.